I welcome you to this year actual FCT 2024 on good manufacturing practice, GMP, and bookkeeping for medium businesses, business training. Thank you, and God bless you.
The essence of this workshop is for me to come and train us more on good manufacturing practices expected in packaged water facility. We have some key functions of NAFDAC: regulation and control, pronouncement of quality, investigation, inspection, compilation of standards, routine, and so on and so forth. Then why do we regulate? To ensure access to quality, safe, effective, and wholesome regulated products. Then what do we mean by GMP? GMP means good manufacturing practice, or CGMP, current good manufacturing practice, and is an aspect of quality assurance that ensures that products are produced and controlled to the quality standards appropriate to their intended use and as required by the product specification. Two things are things to note about good manufacturing practice. At the back of your mind, when you are producing, example, water, for which we are here, the water, is it serving the intended use? You have to take note when you are manufacturing. Does it meet up with marketing authorization, that's product specification? These are the things, the components of good manufacturing practice. Then, for us to achieve good manufacturing practice, there are certain things we need to take into consideration. Organization and personnel of a facility. There should be adequate organizational structure, which clearly defines responsibility, authority, and qualification of personnel. Why do I say that? You cannot just go and get somebody that do not have the expertise or the training to come and man your facility. If you do that, you may not come up with good manufacturing practices, and then your product may not meet up with specifications for the intended use. So there should be adequate personnel to perform and supervise the production and packaging of potable water. And production of potable water must be under the supervision of a production manager, who must who must possess a minimum of OND in a science-based course obtained from a recognized tertiary institution, though we also accept a trained production manager in that field. In-house and in-process quality control of functions can be carried out by the production manager, while comprehensive to detailed product analysis should be performed by public analysts registered by IPAN, Institute of Public Analysts of Nigeria. Because whenever you submit an analysis you carried out on your product, we normally check out for the analyst. Is it an IPAN certified analyst? We check out for the number. We also confirm. We have a way we do it. Then, personnel that work in the facility, we also have requirements for personnel. They must be clad in overall, hand gloves, nose mask, mouth mask, headgears, and rubber shoes. We also have specification for cloakroom. The floor should be made of easily cleaned and disinfected, non-shedding durable material, and should have smooth surface. The walls should be made of easily cleaned and disinfected, non-shredding durable material, and should also have smooth surface. The walls, most times, and the floor, we recommend that they are adequately tiled because tiling makes it make the floor and the wall to meet up with these specifications I've just mentioned. The windows should be screened with insect nets and be constructed in such a way as not to trap dust. Even if it traps dust, you should have regular sanitation of your premises and equipment. Then inside the cloakroom, you should have wall hangers, cupboards should also be provided, shoe racks or lockers should be provided. Then, of utmost importance is the ventilation and illumination. It should be adequate. Then there should be a self-closing netted door at the entrance and the exit of the cloakroom. The entrance serves as well as the exit. We have the packaging material store. The packaging material store also has its own acceptable standard. The floor also and the wall. We recommend also that they should be made of easily clean, disinfected, non-shedding, durable material, and should also have a smooth surface. And by tiling it also gives the specification. Some people that have gone advanced also use this epoxy surface, which also meets up with this specification. The windows also should be insect proof. There should be provision of pellets or shelves that are not made of wood. Ventilation and illumination should also be adequate. Then inside the packaging material room, there should also be UV sterilizing lamp or bulb, and which should be changed when it is spent. Then the switch is not expected to be inside the room because of the dangers of the UV light. It should be outside the room. The production room, it also has its own specification. The floor also and the walls could be made of tiles that will meet up with easy to clean and durable material. Then the windows also should be screened with insect-proof nets and be constructed in such a way as not to trap dust. Air conditioner is recommended or natural ventilation system. Fan could be a source of contamination to your water, so we do not recommend fan. It's either air condition or natural ventilation system. Illumination and ventilation is also encouraged in production. Finished product stock should be made of easily cleaned and disinfected, non-shedding durable material and should have smooth surface, as well as walls. So, in totality, the entire facility, the recommendation I make and the agency make is that you tile them, because tiling gives this specification required by NAFDAC. The windows also should be screened with insect-proof nets and be constructed in such a way as not to trap dust. Finished product room should also have pellets or shelves that are not made of wood, because wood can absorb water and rot and could also serve as a source of contamination to the product. Illumination and ventilation are also encouraged. A self-closing netted door also encouraged at the exit. Then, facilities and equipment. You know, why I gave this subheading, there are what we call components of good manufacturing practices. That's why I'm giving the heading facility and the equipment and so on and so forth. So the next one, facility and the equipment, they include the source of water and then the facility used in manufacturing, in purifying the water to come up to a standard. People could have taken water from different places, but the reason why we regulate is for us to give them a standard water that is trusted. So we have different sources of water we recommend. Borehole. Borehole has a specification of 100 to 150 feet, depending on topography, or 45 meters depth, that's 47.5 meters. Public means provided by the local water corporation is also a good source of water. Use of dugout well is not allowed at all. Then water source should be at least 30 to 50 meters away from the nearest septic tank, which may or may not be situated within the premises. Tanks and reservoirs, they are the facilities for production of packaged water. All tanks should be made of PVC or stainless steel. Underground reservoir, where available, should be made of concrete and fully tied. Pipes, all pipes should be made of stainless steel or PVC. We do not allow use of galvanized iron pipes. Taps for manual filling. Well, now everything is automated. We no more accept manual filling of packaged water. However, the channels must be made of stainless steel or PVC, mounted on a steel. Okay, that one is abolished now, so we are no more using them. Then filling and sealing machine. The filling and sealing machine should be designed to minimize man-made material contact. Should be designed to be safe and easy to clean, and should be designed to be environmentally friendly. Then the water treatment process. Assuming the source of water is borehole. Borehole water should have a submersible pumping machine for conveyance to raw water tank. From raw water tank, it should also convey it to industrial modules, which are the micron filters. And the micron filters, they have an arrangement that is from the biggest pore-sized micron filters, such as 5 micron to 2 micron to 0.5 of micron. That's from the highest to the lowest. And the reason being, at the highest pore size, it traps bigger contaminants. At the middle one, smaller. Then the smallest one, the smallest contaminant particles. Then after the treatment, it passes through the treated water tank, and then passes again to microfilters, UV sterilizer, and then the production lines, which are the filling and sealing machine. Washing and toilet facilities. There should be adequate clean washed toilet facilities. That means the toilet facilities must be adequately cleaned, and then must be kept clean all the time, and should be equipped with soap or detergent, air dryers. We do not encourage cloth towels, but disposable towel, which we call single service towels, are allowed. Then the toilet facility should be walled and floored with easily cleaned and disinfected non-shedding durable material. Should have smooth surface as well. The toilet should be away from the production or storage areas and should be easily accessible to the production area and to the staff. Sewage, refuse, and other waste within the premises should be disposed of in a safe and sanitary manner. Any building used in the manufacture, processing, and packaging of potable water should be maintained in a hygienic condition. SOP, standard operating procedures, assigning responsibilities for cleaning must be in place. The SOP should describe in sufficient detail the cleaning schedule as well as the equipment and materials to be used in cleaning the building and facility. The building should be regularly fumigated with approved fumigants in accordance with the Food and Drug Act and the Pesticide Registration Regulation of NAFDAC. We have different types of standard operating procedures, such as SOP for production quality control, cleaning of factory and premises, cleaning of equipment, SOP for recall and distribution, for cloaking and use of toilets, and then other SOPs you may deem necessary. SOPs has no limit. You can reproduce as many SOPs as possible that can aid you achieve a high quality product. Statutory fees for inspection and penalties for vendors. We have in our website tariff charges. In the tariff charges, you will see fee for, we have different types of inspection. We have initial inspection, which will serve as advisory inspection. We advise you on how to come up with a good standard facility. There is a fee for that. We have production inspection fee. We will have a follow-up inspection fee. Then we have a penalty for offenders, like late renewal. It is expected that you initiate your renewal process 2 or 3 months before product expiry, or even a month before product expiry, or even 2 weeks before product expiry. But you do it in such a way that you are not caught up with the expiration date. Otherwise, you pay a late renewal of 156,250 naira. We also have a tariff for unregistered products. Assuming you are giving marketing authorization to produce 50 cl packaged water, to produce 19.5 liters jar, to produce 50 cl bottled water, 30 cl bottled water, 20 cl cup water, you are giving marketing authorization for all those, and then you go contrary to that and start producing what you have not been approved for. We call those other products unregistered products because you do not have marketing authorization for that. And there is a fee for that, 5 million, because we can take it as a grievous offense. Then unauthorized advert, you are not supposed to advertise your packaged water without getting approval. We also have fee for that, 168,750. Then labeling lapses. Assuming you come up, because before you register your product, you must bring your label, your label for vetting. When you bring it, we have a unit, Registration and Regulatory Affairs, in this FCT. We refer you there because they are the ones we share duties among our directorates. That's the essence of mentioning those directorates. So we refer you there, you go for vetting. Not that other units cannot vet, but each unit and division have what they look out for ease of carrying out our NAFDAC activities. So if you default in your labeling labs and it's not what you showed us that you are now producing, we have fee for that, 537,500 naira. Now NAFDAC has gone digitalized. We now have our activities online under the platform called NAPAMS. napams.org, https://www.napams.org. That's the website for NAPAMS. And NAPAMS is a platform for initiation of any form of inspection. Advisory inspection, which we call initial inspection, production inspection, follow-up inspection. We all have all those in NAPAMS. And before you even think of going to NAPAMS, if don't know anything about NAFDAC, you can visit our website, enlighten yourself, and know something about NAFDAC. Then before you even think of doing any form of registration, you have to get certain documents ready. And those documents are application letter stating purpose for product registration. You write your application letter and then put it in PDF format. You know, when you get all these things ready, it will help you. It will help you when you are going online. When you are about to do online registration. Then you have the application letter for production inspection should be on company's letterhead, bearing same name on CAC, not just any name. It must tally with the name on CAC. Address the Director General. Then your attention, Director FCT, because if you just write to Director General without attentioning the Director FCT, the Director FCT will not treat it straight away. He will allow the Director General to act first before it comes to him, because that is a procedure. But if you attention Director FCT, it can be submitted in Director FCT's office. And inside your production application letter, you indicate the products for registration. Indicate your factory location address, functional email and phone number. And it must be signed by the applicant. Reasons for making your application letter come this way is for ease of scheduling of activities, inspection, such as inspection, so that if your location is in Abuja, Wuse, or any area, you have inspectors that are going that way. You schedule it that way. Then the location the functional email or phone number is also to contact you in case if there are certain corrections or information that we need to put across to you. Then other documents you get ready. They are your labels, and the label have these requirements: name of product, same name you have on trademark, manufacturer's name, same name on CAC, unless contract manufacturer, factory location address, ingredients list to be stated in descending order of their proportion, net content, batch number, direction for use, date marking, which includes manufacturing date, best before date, storage condition. You must have provision for NAFDAC reg number, not NAFDAC number. NAFDAC reg number, NRN. Then package disposal sign. They are the labeling requirements expected. Meaning that if you adhere strictly to what we have, you may not need to be going back and forth a particular office. Then also other documents to get ready for online registration. Evidence of trademark, which includes acknowledgement and acceptance in the relevant class. This trademark must come in PDF format. Why it is optional is because not for packaged water producers, it's compulsory for packaged water producers. But it's why we have a bracket optional is in case if the product is a micro, is optional only for micro, and packaged water is not in any way under micro. So it is compulsory for packaged water producers. Then expired license in case you are doing renewal. It's also why it's optional in bracket is in case you are doing you are a first-time producer. It's compulsory. Food handler certificate, stroke medical certificate of fitness, fumigation certificate, product views, back, front, inner, side, whole view, all must be in JPEG. The other ones I mentioned in PDF. If you don't put them in this format, when you want to do online registration, they cannot enter. They will be rejected. But if you follow strictly PDF, JPEG, everything will be moving well. We have had cases of people, when you are dealing with consultant, in one of the slides, as conclusion, I just said that we do not encourage use of consultants. It is better the owner, the overseer of the facility, production manager, or any relevant person in the facility comes for inquiries, because things are made easier if they come on their own. But they can get false information in consultants. We have had issues of consultants uploading the same document for different types of products. And all these things cause delay during registration. And that is why some people will start calling NAFDAC by name. Because we are human beings. At times when you make our work a bit difficult for us, some of us who may not have patience, we leave your product and go for people who have made it easier for them. And at times, if they do not come with corrections, because they will have to treat the easier ones before they will now come back to those ones that have problems, and those are the causes of delays in product registration. So I advise we adhere strictly to our requirements, so that you won't experience delay in your registration process. Then, when you finish getting your products ready, you proceed for online registration, or you familiarize yourself with NAFDAC requirements. That's for direct registration, you visit, as I mentioned before, https://www.napams.org. If you visit it, you start your direct registration. Then for full details and onward registration, for you to get accustomed with the guidelines, step 1, you visit nafdac.gov.ng. A window will open. I gave an example of how the window will look like this. Once you open and then you start, I believe all of us are at least educated. So when you open, you follow different steps. I underline certain things. Some people that normally come to our office, I normally forward procedures for online registration to their WhatsApp. If you wish to have that, you can leave your email address, I'll forward it to you. You can also leave your WhatsApp, but email is easier for me to forward. Then, when you, for your listing, for your labels, you take them for vetting to R&R FCT office, or you follow the labeling guide, as I have mentioned before. By the time you follow strictly the guide provided, you will come up with a standard label, and you keep using it so that you will not be giving any fine or administrative charge. All these are labeling requirements. Then note, you have to, as I mentioned before, initiate process of online renewal 3 months before expiration of your license, or 3 months before the expiration of your notification, because we have notification, we have license, we have different types of license, full registration, listing, then provisional notification. These are things we give people for after they have registered. So while we advise 3 months, you can even set reminder on your phones. You can, if you are accustomed with diary, you can write in your diary so that you don't miss out. Because we do not enjoy you paying administrative charges. So for you to be cleared from administrative charges, try and adhere strictly to all these guides I have given today. Then in conclusion, as NAFDAC continues to improve its regulatory processes to make them responsive to emerging trends, align with global best practices. I implore you to comply with regulatory requirements by registering your products, maintaining standards in order to ensure you provide the public with safe and wholesome food products while boosting your financial base as well is important. The NAFDAC office and offices are always accessible to stakeholders for inquiries and complaints. We do not encourage consultants, as I mentioned earlier. Those using them, they are doing so at their own risk. The NAFDAC offices are located in the 36 states of the Federation, including FCT. Our website, as I earlier mentioned when I was going through online, the procedure for online registration is www.nafdac.gov.ng. Our email remains nafdac@nafdac.gov.ng. Then we have our telephone numbers for inquiries: 0700 NAFDAC or 0700 162 3322. Then for complaints, 0800 162 3322. Those last figures means NAFDAC. That's why I say 0700 NAFDAC for ease of remembrance. That's for inquiry. For complaint, 0800 NAFDAC. Thank you.